And just like that, it's already been deleted. And if you're nosy and want to know what I'm talking about, then just continue to watch.
Welcome to Curl Talk Unfiltered bonus episode. Okay, let me open mine. Recently, there has been a lot of debate in the natural hair community about the no butters, no oils talk.
Not a lot of talk about the no oils and butters method. Here we go again.
There are a few people coming out saying that they've experienced damage from this method, and we are going to get into it today.
I feel like whenever I first started doing curly hair, I had no idea necessarily, like, the only thing I was thinking about when I was applying product was like making their hair look good for today.
Yeah,
and
not
I feel
longevity.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of times when we use products that have really heavy, like butters, a lot of oils, it's almost more like
makeup for the hair, and it's like a lip gloss. Like, it's not permanent. It's just going to be there shining for a few hours. Yes. Yeah.
That is exactly what I tell clients. Like, whenever I tell clients that I don't use heavy oils or butters in their hair, and they ask me why, I'm always like, some curly hair products are like makeup and some are like skincare. And if you had chapped lips and all you had was a lip gloss, like, it is going to make your hair... Yeah. It's going to make your lips look like they're not chapped, but it's actually going to chap your lips worse.
Okay, so I agree. Some products can just merely camouflage the hair and make it present more healthy than what it really is. But I think it's kind of wrong for them to suggest that by merely using products that are oil and butter rich, or by using raw oils and raw butters, that it's just makeup for the hair. Like, it just makes the hair look pretty, but it's not necessarily healthy for the hair. I think that they're, traveling down a slippery slope with that one, because I don't know where they've been, but we have clearly learned that that is the furthest thing from the truth. And so they might want to be careful with that rhetoric, because they might look up and have some very unhappy clients themselves, especially if they start to connect the dots, because Lord knows we done learned the hard way, okay? And I'd also like to add that I've never been a big user of raw oils or butters myself. More like jojoba oil, but that's about it in terms of raw oils. Never really raw butters, but we do know that if you just wash them out properly, you don't have an issue. It's when they build up on the hair that it can block, the water from going in and doing its thing and hydrating the hair, so on and so forth. So, I mean, you just have to pay attention and understand what you're doing and what you're using and why and how to properly cleanse it. It's just that simple. All right, continue, because this is interesting.
If you don't know what the butters and oils thing that we're talking about, there are a few really big hairstylists in the industry that started this movement, I guess you could say, where they're telling natural hair people to either limit the butters and oils that they're using, or maybe they don't need them at all. And a lot of people with curly hair are trained to believe that we need butters and oils, and so it's caused this big uproar. And some people aren't liking the results that they're getting from using this technique.
Some people? Or a lot of people?
Right. The first person that I ever saw posting and sharing that they were detoxing their clients from products that had, say, like coconut oil, castor oil, shea butter in the first 3 ingredients of whatever product was a stylist called Acacia. I love her, and I loved it because she showed like before and afters. Like, this is when my client came in 3 months ago, and then I put her on these specific products.
Oh, she was put on specific products, huh? Ooh, this tea is hot. Remember that right there.
I feel like a lot of times the product lines I see associated with more like organic beauty is going to be like Innocence or AG Care. And there's definitely others, but those are the top 2 that I see. And then she would post like what their hair looked like afterwards, and when they would come in just air dried, no product.
Yeah.
And then I started following
I Am Black Girl Curls.
Yeah, I Am Black Girl Curls. Aisha. And so me being someone with wavy hair, I didn't want to be telling people with curly hair what to do, especially when it was something so different from the norm. Yeah. So whenever I saw I Am Black Girl Curls doing it, I was like, oh, period. I'm good.
Come to mama.
Yeah, I'm more confident in this now.
A few moments later.
And just that, like, I actually don't know what's in these products. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Excuse me, Miss Ma'am. Did you just say you don't know what's in the products? It's too much for right now. We're gonna circle back to that. So y'all just hold on. We're gonna circle back to it and hear the whole thing of what they had to say, because it's just Mind blowing.
Yeah.
So whenever I Am Black Girl Curls and Cut It Kinky came out with the apology, cause like I was really confused. Like I didn't know what was going on. I hadn't heard about anything. And so then I got in, like, did like a little deep dive, and I guess a few people that, like, clients, not hairstylists, that were using their methods were saying that their hair was experiencing like discoloration and dryness, and it wasn't growing, and all these things because they weren't using butters and oils.
Only clients? Hold on, baby. Let me help you out. Let me help you out 1 second. Please meet Abena, your colleague from Embrace Natural Beauty Salon. She had damage from the method too, boo. Not only did she do a video outlining it, but she also did one calling out Black Girl Curls and Cut It Kinky to acknowledge and address it. Hence, we have the apology.
That were using their methods were saying that their hair was experiencing like discoloration and dryness, and it wasn't growing, and all these things because they weren't using butters and oils.
Ooh, kind of like this.
And so they came out with an apology.
So an apology did come out from Cut It Kinky and Black Girl Curls, but myself, Narada, and Rosie were unable to see it because we're blocked. Matter of fact, the day before, Aisha posted this on her personal page. So you mean to tell me an apology comes out the next day and it's sincere? Probably not.
Like, put their PDF up for free so you can read through it.
Yeah.
Did you read through it?
No, I should have looked.
Review happened in 2023. In fact, when all of this happened, when all of this talk happened, things were changing in the midst of it. I think we are very impatient with the process of how natural hair is moving, and we want things to be immediate, and it can't be immediate. It takes time for these things to actually roll out, for everybody to get the information. Literally everybody. I've been changing shampoos all year. All these people just said, I didn't even know you was using different shampoos. It's in the email. I've been sharing it in the email for the last year.
Why is that? Why didn't people really know what was going on? That you were making all these changes even though they were coming out through your email? I tell you why. It's because it seemed like you were trying to do everything in your power not to acknowledge that what we were saying was actually something that was going down and happening. And so rather than acknowledging it, the concerns of the people, you decided to just kind of slip and slide and slither your way into making the changes, which, oh, by the way, were the changes that Narada and Rosie and myself had uncovered and rediscovered. Child, it's the lack of integrity for me.
So I was like glancing through it, and to me it's all like science based. Like it's not just opinion. Like it's based off what is like proven fact that your hair needs.
Oh, is it really now? Is that right?
I want you to know, and I'm talking to you directly because you brought it up. One of the things we have to take in consideration that all of this stuff is new to us, and we're all going through a learning phase. Definitely things have been learned. Definitely.
You don't say. But what happened to it all being rooted in science? Like, wait, what happened to that?
It's all over the place, the debate. Everybody has an opinion.
Yes, and it's like I get the people that paid for the PDF initially, like as a client, because they do market to both stylists and clients.
Yeah, they do.
And I get if you paid for it and you feel like it didn't necessarily work for you.
But also that's not their fault if it didn't work for you.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the main like point that I want to hit is that, let's say you go to a hairstylist and they do your hair and you love it, but then you go home and you can't replicate it. I feel like that's where things like start to get lost in translation because you're not doing it either the exact way, or like there's different techniques that maybe they're using that you're not using, different water products.
Yes, 100%.
And I think too, like, no, people at home probably don't have the same level of patience that we have with their hair in the salon.
In all due respect, but what are they even talking about right now? Like, do they even know?
And so, I don't know, I feel like where I was a little like, I don't know, irritated about it is where they're trying to like take away the credibility of hairstylists because something went wrong at home.
That is so true.
Okay, who's gonna tell them? Me? I'll tell them.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show.
Oh, honey, we don't have to take away the credibility for you. No, ma'am, we don't. Because Aisha, she's about to take it away for you. Like, just sit back and listen, because she's about to take that mess away from y'all so quick and throw you under the bus again.
Here's what I'm gonna tell you, and y'all don't never like my answer, is that a lot of people were using shampoos that were not for them. Nobody likes my answer. Nobody ever likes that answer. And they didn't know when they were supposed to change it. I'm not placing blame. You're not reading my comments. I'm trying to see what we can do to address the systematic, since it hasn't really been addressed. But who told them to use that shampoo? A lot of times they're stylists. Okay, and that comes down to the stylist that people worked with. Everything, let's say this, and I hate to sound like a Republican, but everything up to this point was a choice. People choosing to work with the hairstylist they work with, because the blame is not on, I can't shoulder all the blame.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Do you know how many classes those hairstylists, do you ask those stylists what other classes they've been to? Because this is not we were not the only people teaching a class. There were multiple classes happening. People don't go to one class. So you can't say like who was teaching. They went to cosmetology school. They went to a class. They went to several classes. They went to no, I'm not going to do that, because this is a real conversation. They went to several classes. Which class did they use? What toolbox did they pull from when they did that?
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say your class, because you guys are the only ones who taught the no oils and butters regimen. You know, the AKA 30-day hair detox. Sound familiar, friend? And FYI, it's not just the shampoos, it's the entire method, which can destroy your hair. Ask me how I know.
Y'all funny. Y'all are funny. But yeah, there's multiple classes. It's probably, I don't have a problem with answering, because I don't have anything to hide. There are literally multiple classes. Have you asked the hairstylist you worked with what other classes they took?
Oh my goodness. So here you have Aisha saying that she can't shoulder all the blame, and so she's pushing it off on the stylist and throwing them under the bus yet again. But now you're going to hear the stylist talk about how they got the information from Cut It Kinky and Black Girl Curls. So in my mind, it always points back to Cut It Kinky and Black Girl Curls, whether it's the consumer or the stylist. I mean, because we're all getting thrown under the bus at this point when it comes to them. Just my opinion, but let's just listen.
I have to sit and do research and invest in education courses like Cut It Kinky, as well as just kind of hope that other people know what they're talking about. Like, all I can really go off of is what I'm using, what works for my clients, what my clients have bought time and time again, and then what other hairstylists that I look up to experience as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now listen up closely, because this is the part about the products that I told you about earlier.
And that's where I get my info. But apart from that, like, I don't work in a lab.
Right.
I'm not going to figure out.
I'm doing the best with the information that I've been given.
Yes.
Like, and if maybe like a few, I don't know, months down the line, something comes around and it says like, hey, this product isn't good. That's not my fault that I was told that it was a good product by people that I trust in the community. Like you said, you're investing in all this education. I am too. And so we're only doing what we're being told to do, you know? But now it's like, then I'm going to face backlash because I should have known and I made you use this product, you know?
Okay, let me get this right. So you suggested the product based off of what you learned through Cut It Kinky and Black Girl Curls, but when it doesn't work, you don't want to be blamed, and you don't think they should be blamed either, because it's just, I don't even know how to finish that part. It just is what it is. I mean... Why are we paying you then? Why are we paying you? Why did we pay them for the resources? And why did we come to you for you to pull it through? It just sounds like a grift to me.
Just that, like, I actually don't know what's in these products. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, I mean, like, I can read the ingredients, but if they say some science word that I have never seen, I don't really know what that is.
Yep.
And you were talking about how you wish it could be like, girl, are we getting bangs today or layers? Like, not, is there sulfate and chemicals in this or not?
Are you done?
Many who sustained damage didn't. Try educating yourself on the damage before making assumptions. At this point, everybody's got a new head of hair. So what are we doing with it? This is me. What are we doing with the hair we got right now? Because when I cut the hair off, I don't talk about that hair anymore. It's gone. That hair is gone. And since we're on to 2025, by this point, everybody, and I'm not being funny, but 2025, as somebody who used coconut oil back in 2011, by 2 years later, new head of hair. So we're working with that now.
I'm sorry, but her saying that y'all should have grown a new head of hair by now is just rude and insensitive. But are we surprised? No.
By now, everybody should be out of their damage, the things that they've experienced, the change products. Now they should be able to make some evaluations about what they're using. What are we doing now? What are we doing with the hair we have right now? And if what you're doing is better, hey, make an ebook about it. Surviving Black Girl Curls. Make your ebook. Make a page. Surviving Black Girl Curls.
They not like us. No, they not like us.
Make a page. And I won't take anything back. Like, things happened. My son comes in here crying about something that happened to him. What's the solution? We're fixing. I'm just not the kind of girl who's like, oh, woe is me. If you woe is me, I'm like, what are we doing to fix it? Many are doing that already. Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad. I support their endeavors. Really, I do. And I'm not being funny at all. I'm not being funny whatsoever. Please. I beg you. Please.
Okay, well, if you don't know the full extent of what's going on with I Am Black Girl Curls and Cut It Kinky, you can go to their Instagram page and everything, or TikTok, I guess, since that's back up and running.
Yes.
And find out like all the details, and it breaks it down for you there.
And sending love to like both stylists that have put so much time and energy, and these people have literally hundreds of thousands of followers. This product regimen works for
they're really
a lot
big
of
in the
people.
community, and it's sad to see like one person take down people that have worked so hard and put so much time into the natural hair community. And you can tell they're not doing it on purpose. Like, they wouldn't damage people's hair on purpose,
right?
You know?
Yeah.
So definitely sending love to them, because that was really unfortunate.
Yeah. But thank you guys for watching. We'll have another episode up next week about building your clientele.
We'll see you then. Bye.